What's good, Scorpio? Let's go ahead and get right into this. Queen of Cups. This is your strongest card out. So the Queen of Cups, very intuitive, very psychic, very in tune of your own emotions and emotions around you. And I could see how you're nourishing yourself in your own garden and those around you with an empathetic heart. Someone who does care, is caring. Someone who is quite psychic as well, standing within you, balanced, nurtured, and nurturing those around you. That's a good card out. Definitely feeling within your strength, feeling emotionally balanced. What's crossing you, Scorpio? What's the situations? The situation that crosses you is the Knight of Swords. So, a Knight of Swords is somebody wants to come in and give you a message. Maybe you've had a situation where you kind of were short with words on yourself or along with somebody else or the other way around. But somebody came in quite aggressively. Usually it's a message of truth. It's a message of somebody has a bone to pick with you. And it's not even just a bone to pick. It's just like they want to come in and tell you something. It's a message. Maybe it's somebody who can be quite cutting in their words. Sometimes thoughtless. Or is really quick to say things, I guess. Now, what is the foundation? The causes of your situation, your physical, emotional needs, and plus your subconscious desires. What's your foundation? It's for Scorpio. Six of Clubs, victory. Now, you're standing within your strength. You're emotionally balanced. You nurture the things around you that nurture you back. And you're very intuitive. The situation that crosses is that maybe you've had an altercation or a conversation with somebody that maybe possibly ended with an altercation. Maybe somebody wants to come in and give you a message. The foundation. What causes your situation? You want to be victorious. And it's you kind of setting your boundaries. It's you communicating things about people that come in. About what your priorities are. What you want out of life. Does it conflict with what you got going on? And if it does, is this something that is important to say something about? Scorpio, and that's good. It's needed. Don't want to continually keep people around that throw you off balance. What's the past situation? Actually, let me see. Tell me what else about the Six of Clubs and then your foundation. I see victory. Why is this Six of Clubs here? Why is the Six of Clubs here for Scorpio? Ace of Swords. So, your foundation is you're seeing things in the truth of how things really are for the first time. You're seeing things in a new perspective. You're seeing the truth of things and the reality of things. And kind of what you want out of life, and what the other people that was around you kind of contributing to your life. And your priorities is that you want to be victorious. And if it takes cutting out people or being defensive towards people that kind of hold you back, then it's something that you have no problem communicating. What about this past? About the past for Scorpio. Tell me about the past for Scorpio. Past for Scorpio. Past for Scorpio. Tell me about the past for Scorpio. Knight of Clubs. Past is Knight. Somebody in your past came in really quick, talking a big game. This is somebody coming in quick with communication, with like talks of passion. Somebody that comes around for a good time and not a long time. For a short time, good time and not a long time? Yeah, I would say that. Good time and not a long time. Kind of like a guy who comes in for fun. That's crazy. Now, I don't know. I'm putting this up here. Or I can't believe that landed right on the Knight of Clubs. Is that Three of Clubs? But I didn't ask to specify that, but your past is that you had somebody who is just, you know, it's somebody who doesn't really contribute all that much, who's just here for a good time. Your goals and your conscious awareness, the best that can be accomplished at the present moment is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, what is this, a third party situation? I mean, or that can be a reunion. Three of Cups as a reunion, could be a family reunion, can be a reunion of somebody in the past coming in with like a passionate message, wants to speak the truth, and you're being defensive about it. You feel like somebody might come in and talk about a reunion. What's this Three of Cups? What's this Three of Cups? What's this Three of Cups? Scorpio. So this came, you know what, I'm not gonna take it because it fell on the ground. But it was a Five of Swords. Tell me, what about this Three of Cups? Strength. So your goals in this situation is that you want to enjoy your life. Maybe you want a reunion, Scorpio. You want a reunion and you want to have strength within a situation. And that's pretty much your goals. You want a reunion, or somebody is going to come in wanting a reunion with you. And you're holding up and it could be somebody with Leo in their chart. Or Pisces. But your foundation is that you want to enjoy your life. Or you want a reunion with somebody and that you want to have strength in order to do it. Tell me about this strength. Tell me about the strength. Tell me about the strength, Scorpio. Tell me more about the strength. so let's do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, Scorpio, you have love for someone and you want to send them a message and you want to speak the truth. In the past, you may have came in really passionate and left the same. And the truth is, your foundation was that you were trying to be strong within the situation and wanted to be seen as victorious. And you wanted to be victorious over the situation. And now it's kind of like maybe you had time to reflect on the situation and how things played out. Maybe saw your part in it a bit more. But it's definitely a new perspective into something. Now, your foundation is that you want a reunion and you want to be strong. Or, I mean, what's above you. But you don't want to be the first one to send out that message. You wanted to be strong against the situation because maybe you know that it's not a very good dynamic. Maybe there was a third-party situation in the past, and now you're afraid that somebody might not want you to return to them or speak to them. Maybe they put up their boundaries with you and they cut you out, and now they're quite defensive. And you want to build some strength to have another reunion. But you're afraid that it won't be reciprocated. Your future, what's right before you, is an ending. The world. It's definitely an end to some situation. Maybe it's an end to a job, an end to a relationship, an end to, maybe there's a move that's heading out. Maybe you're moving somewhere and it's an end to kind of like an era of a life of the way it was in one way. And it's going to be something that begins quite new. With every end of one chapter starts another. Maybe this could be I wonder how you see yourself as a 6 of Cups. Are you reminiscing a lot? You're thinking about the past and how things were, of a past soulmate. Maybe somebody that you really didn't take all that much seriously in the past. Because maybe you had a lot of other options. And maybe a past soulmate situation never came to being because maybe there are other options and situations ahead of you. Maybe there is other extenuating circumstances. Maybe there was a big move, you know? Maybe there are other people involved, you know? Maybe it could have been a lot of competition or gossip, you know, around the situation, people bickering at each other, but not really bickering. Just from what here, I just see straight truth, and then someone got cut out. And now someone's being defensive. Somebody wants to come back in and give an offer of reconciliation, but they're afraid. You see this person that you want to give a message to as a soulmate, and you're reminiscing about the past because you've had a long history with this person. Your environment is a death. It's a death. It's a death to definitely an ending to a situation as a whole. And I see this with the world. Something ended. It could have been a divorce. It could have been just, it's a big change. It could have been an end of a job. I do see a move and a change into something brand new. An end to a whole life era. And these are major arcanas cards. So this is something that's a change and an ending that's going to affect you for a really long time. Your environment, your home, your surroundings, how others perceive you as being done. People see you as being done with the situation. You're no longer investing into situation, and you're being defensive, and you're more than willing to cut anybody out who tries to come near you or towards you, coming in with that passion and wanting to have that fast reconciliation. Somebody is going to come and possibly travel towards you. They want to be victorious with you and speak some kind of truth, but it doesn't seem like, honestly, that you're not all that interested. You're actually reminiscing on the past and how things were and how things that didn't really help you all that much. And even though you do have a strong draw, you're not really into it. I guess, you know, you are reminiscent. You do miss it. But it's like you're trying to be strong against this because you know that in the past it did bring you conflict. People see you as done, not wanting to deal with the situation at all. A death and transformation. They see you as being done with the situation. You're being strong within yourself. You're having that emotional balance within yourself. You're offering that self-love to yourself. And you're being defensive. And, you know, you see yourself, you do reminisce and you think about on this person. You know it is a soulmate, but you know what? You know, you made a judgment call. Your hopes and fears, the goals, the lessons to be learned, your environment, the future. Your future is you're going to make a judgment on something. Actually, 9. Your hopes and fears. Your hopes and fears is judgment. It's a final call on something. It's making a decision. And you're hoping to make a final decision on something. You're hoping to make a final judgment. You're judging the people around you, the situation around you, the environment around you, and you're really just taking things into perspective on the history of what you got from it before. The outcome. What will you gain from the experience, the reward? Your outcome is the 6 of Coins. This is generosity, 6 of Coins. Somebody wants to come and be altruistic with you, kind of like offer you something, maybe make amends some way. Some kind of, usually it's like that charity card, but maybe it could even be breadcrumbing. I don't know, maybe it's also, wanting to create balance in this situation. Why did this come out? The Fool. You're hoping to put an end to this, to call a final judgment. People see you as done, and even though you're hang on a little bit because it is such a strong draw and you reminisce about it, you have a lot of history. You know that a final judgment has to be made. And I believe, because you don't want to wait around deliberating. You want to make a decision on things. You know, every decision not made is energy wasted, and you know that. Somebody does, and maybe somebody thinks this of you. Somebody wants to come in and create balance with you because maybe in the past they did breadcrumb you and they feel bad about it. And now they want to make a jump towards you with this Full card because something ended in the past for this other person. Maybe something ended in the past for you and it was a huge life change. Maybe you're going to make a move and now you want to make a jump towards somebody and make an offer of balance. But somebody is being super defensive because it seems like in the past somebody was being breadcrumbed. You know? I think it's you that wants to make the offer though, Scorpio. Maybe in the past there wasn't a third person and you weren't really quite sure of what you wanted. And now that there is an end to the situation, now you want to move forward into something brand new. And now you're reminiscing on somebody and returning to somebody and want to give an offer for balance. But, you know, this is definitely going to surprise somebody because this is going to come out of left field. Maybe it's been a while since you spoke to this person. You know, let's see. So you do want to come in and speak to somebody. But your foundation is that you want to be victorious. And maybe you want to do this by finally speaking your truth. Maybe it wasn't said before. And you do want to make a jump towards, but there is no movement as of now. Cups. In the past, you went on to have balance with somebody else and it didn't work out. Let's clarify something. What's this Ace of Swords? What's this Ace of Swords? Swords. Knight of Swords. Somebody was going to come in with a message, and it's going to be a message of truth. It can be cutting, it can be short and to the point. You know, it can be somewhat argumentative and somewhat like, you know, aggressive possibly. Somebody wants to come in with an offer to offer you something tangible. Somebody wants to invest. You want to invest. And that's the truth. You want to be victorious. You want to send a message. And because you see the truth now and you want stability with somebody, Scorpio. Maybe an incident in the past, you had a certain idea about it, but as time went on, you had a different perspective towards it. Maybe you had other situations and you were kind of busy kind of doing your own thing and you couldn't deal with it at the moment because you wanted to act like you didn't really need it, or you were dealing with other people or situations that came to an end. What's this world? What came to an end? Your future is an end to something. It's going to be an end to a chapter. Oh, to the Nine of Pentacles. In reversed. So, what's in your future? There's going to be an end. to a time of lack. There's going to be an end to not nurturing yourself in your own garden and your own life. It's going to be kind of an end to overgiving, possibly, or, you know, feeling that like you don't have enough. There's going to be something, possibly, let me see. Ooh. There's going to be an end. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is somebody that can be codependent. To end to codependency. And what's in your future? It's something brand new. It's an end to codependency and depending overly on other people. It's you standing in your strength. And you're putting an end to somebody who doesn't invest, somebody who can be foolish, somebody who's not dedicated, somebody who kind of uses people. You're putting an end to those kind of dynamics or relationships like that in the past. Hey, quiet. Sorry. Putting an end towards a situation that you were dealing with prior with somebody who was kind of unfaithful, who was kind of controlling, and because you got burnt, somebody betrayed you, and now you're standing in your own strength, and now you're cutting somebody out that you're currently dealing with, and it seems like you want to jump to something brand new because you made a judgment call towards something, and you want to send an offer or a message to somebody and speak your truth and tell them that you want balance and you want reunion with somebody in your past. Because you got out of a situation, possibly to move towards someone in particular. You got out of a situation, possibly even a marriage, and because you had feelings for somebody else. And you're building the strength in order to send that message. And you want balance with somebody. The foundation was This is Mercury retrograde. How sure are you of this? Try not to make any quick decisions, Scorpio. Try to really sit for yourself and work on all the things that you need to do. Don't make any rash decisions and jump into anything head first. Even though I know that there is a huge ending and you want a huge ending towards something and you want to move away from something, and it's like you feel like you need to get out, like you felt trapped, and now you need to get out because Five of Cups, you're done being regretful. You're done of living in regret. Maybe you stayed into a situation much too long, or you refused to work with the situation because you wanted to be seen as victorious. You wanted to be seen as victorious, and maybe maybe is you not wanting to communicate how you felt about it and wanting to put up a front like you didn't need it or want it. The High Priestess, Pisces, Five of Cups, Five of Cups. The truth is, you're listening to your intuition now, and to really what you want or need, or what you're trying to listen to your intuition. There's a secret here that somebody wants to come out of regret. Maybe you want to come out of regret because maybe you were holding secrets. Maybe you weren't exactly upfront with the way that you felt, because maybe you didn't take a situation or person seriously. Maybe you're busy kind of hanging out and partying, and they didn't really realize what they lost until you cut them out, and they're feeling the loss. So a truth is found. Ace of Swords. You see things for the first time that maybe you're seeing things that you haven't seen before. You're reaching out. Maybe you went to counseling or to spoke to people. Maybe the truth is that you do want to work with somebody, and maybe you did seek some counsel to try to figure things out for yourself, because maybe you acted in ways that you really weren't really sure about where it came from, and you're trying to listen to your intuition and to really ask yourself on what really drives your unconscious decisions. And maybe you even took the time to counsel with somebody to figure that out, because maybe this was a pattern with you. Maybe a fear of commitment. You're listening to your intuition now. You want to come out of regret. You're seeing things for the first time as they are, and you want to work. You want to be cooperative now, and you want to send a message that, hey, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to have arguments anymore. I want to be peaceful. I don't want to be defensive. I don't want to have to feel like I have to protect myself all the time. You know? I want to end the stalemate. I want to come and I want to speak truth. I want to be direct. And I want to work with you. You want to work with somebody. But it's hard for you to communicate that. It's hard for you to speak that truth, because you feel like you're having trouble manifesting. You feel like maybe you weren't exactly honest in the past, because you had too much going on. You were juggling, possibly juggling people, or and saying that you want to work with somebody, but then you feeling that you don't have what it takes. That maybe, what are you juggling with? Justice. You want to go and give somebody justice. And you're juggling with if you should give that justice to somebody after possibly you didn't exactly do things the right way. And maybe it's kind of like Maybe you jumped into the situation too quickly. You could be dealing with a Libra. Somebody wants to bring justice to the situation by speaking the truth to you and letting you know what happened and communicate the truth with you. Because they see you as the Queen, because you see someone as the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you want to offer somebody something and you see them as the Queen of Pentacles, that, you know, the businesswoman, the mother figure, someone who nourishes everything that they do and everyone around them. And you want to have an emotional beginning with them, and you want to send out that message that you want to invest in this too. Can be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. That you want a new beginning with them, you want a steady foundation, and you left somebody in order to pursue that. Well, Scorpio, you do you. But I think the only thing that I could tell you is, you know what, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll just ask universe. Be sure, I mean, whatever change that you're going to make, whatever offer that you're going to give, make sure that you're okay with whatever situation or choice the other person is going to make with it. And you're not making a huge change just for under the assumption that somebody will just take that offer, because it seems like somebody is really defensive against you, and that's why you're hesitant into coming forward. What is so don't make that the be-all end-all. Be okay with whatever outcome that's going to come about this when you do make it, and if you go forward to do it, just remember it's Mercury retrograde, and maybe somebody wants to come towards you just to offer you truth of what happened, and you want to offer someone clarity, and you feel that's just to offer somebody clarity. Because maybe you felt like you weren't exactly fair. What's the advice from the universe for Scorpio? The advice for Scorpio from the universe? Oh, Jesus. That's way too much. All over the place. Messy, messy, messy. Advice from the universe. Not gonna. Advice from the universe. Advice from the universe. Okay, so this is flexible in reverse. Maybe whatever decision that you make, you know that it takes just effort and time, and it actually takes perseverance to be inflexible enough to achieve whatever goal that you want to make, despite whatever odds that are up ahead against you. You want to go ahead and be steadfast in this. You feel like you know what you want. And if this is what you want, be inflexible about it, be rigid about it enough that you feel like you can achieve whatever goal that you want, despite the opposition. Message in a bottle. Ooh, to the sea. You know, whatever that you want in life is the effort that you put into it. Go within. Take some time to yourself and feel your emotions. Something really big ended in your past, and it's really important to look within yourself and to spend some time with yourself in spirit. Maybe there's times in your life where you have been a little too rigid in your life, and because you have been so rigid, you have to ask yourself why you're so defensive, and you have to look within at what are you protecting yourself against. A message will come in. Maybe you'll send a message out. Maybe Spirit is trying to send a message to you. A message about a movement. With this 15 equals a 6, it's about movement. You're going within and you want to send a message about movement, maybe about a move, and you're trying to look within yourself. Look within yourself to see why you were so defensive and inflexible in the past. What is the defense mechanisms that you have? What are your fears? And it's important that whatever you invest in, that you communicate properly about it. And if you do want to send a message about a movement or a direction, it's important to be as clear and direct as possible. Sorry. Exchanging gifts. So, universe is, there are gifts all around you, and by appreciating the things around you and the people around you and relationships, it's important to be as giving as it is to be receiving the messages somebody does want to give and receive. And if you want to invest in this, it's important to not be rigid, to give and receive, and to look within yourself of what of these fears and your self-defensiveness really comes from. Clean it up is in reverse. 3. Maybe it's time to get everything that you need in order. It's time to tend to your own garden. Maybe you have been kind of messy and disorganized in your life. Maybe it's time to put a little structure back into your life, and not only structure, but action. What are you afraid of? Why do you have moments of self-defensiveness and rigidity and your fears? If you send out a communication about any kind of move or a movement towards you, be as open and honest about it as possible. Spirit does want to exchange gifts with you, and I'm sure you want to do that with others around you, but it's time to get more organization in your life and structure, and whoever is going to come in, It's messy. It's a messy situation. Clean it up is in reverse. You want to put action into something. But is it something that you're thinking through? Is it something that you have a lot of structure, or is it something that you're thinking through before you put action to it? Before you offer and send messages out to exchange gifts, really consider what you really want before you just offer the passion and beginning and go towards it with action. Because take action into the things that feed your soul. Exchange gifts with people who want to work with you. And somebody who can be rigid, is in their feelings, is going to send you a message saying that they want to exchange gifts with you. But maybe it's time to put your priorities in order and organize first before you put action into something. Well, I don't even know if any of that was good, but if it was helpful in any way, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next month. Bye.